Hey everybody, Coach Brew here. Pumpkin Spice Review for Kellogg's Frosted Mini Wheats Pumpkin Spice Edition, limited edition. Somebody explain this to me. Why do all these pumpkin spice items say limited edition? I think we all pretty much know it's a seasonal item. Like, who's going to release something pumpkin spice year round? I mean, I wish Starbucks did, but that's about it. So we're going to try this. This is the pumpkin spice frosted mini wheat. Here's the frosted side, and then here's the unfrosted side for perspective. I'll try one dry, and I'll try one with milk. Camera person, can you speak?
Yes.
Have you ever, this is the business lesson, by the way, party people. Have you ever heard of the band Wicked Lester?
Never.
Speak up.
Never.
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 Okay. Do you think any of your friends have heard of the band Wicked Lester?
Not likely.
Yeah. Hashtag nope. Gen Z problems? No. Hashtag millennial problems? No. And here's the proof. Have you ever heard of the band Kiss?
Yes.
Okay. Wicked Lester was the original name for the band Kiss. Same band members, different name. And now this is what we call an analogy. Have you ever heard of shredded wheat? Didn't think so. Spoon-sized shredded wheat? Do you remember spoon-sized shredded wheat? Camera person or anyone watching?
No.
Yeah. You ever heard of frosted mini wheats? Yeah. Same thing. Different name. Different look. See where I'm going with this? This is, okay, so this is like Wicked Lester. Okay? And then this is Kiss. They put makeup on, they change their name, they start acting a little different, total rebrand, very different appearance. Kiss. Wicked Lester. Same thing going on here. Sometimes there's different iterations of what you initially release, and sometimes it could basically be kind of the same thing, just dressed up a little more, and you have to do that to appeal to the market. And that's exactly what happened with Wicked Lester. They had to become Kiss to differentiate themselves, make what they were doing a little more palatable, if you will, and just gain attention. Spoon-sized shredded wheat, those are like the first version 1.0, version 2.0, and this is what stuck. So we're going to try one dry while I put milk in the bowl, and then we'll try it with milk. Recipes on the back of the box, by the way. It pretty much tastes like every other pumpkin spice flavored thing that has like pumpkin spice commercial flavoring. They mentioned that it is delicious cinnamon and nutmeg blended with sweet allspice and ginger on their box. It's really no different than anything else, dry at least. Let's try it in the milk. I flipped them over so that we're getting some of the kind of the side with the makeup on it, if you will, face down in the milk. Probably a lot like every other flavor frosted mini wheat, and there are a couple dozen flavors. It tastes much better when it gets softened up and some of the flavoring melts in the milk. It gets a little more sugary, but it's rather unimpressive. Yeah, so I'm going to say this is like a 4.5. It's not bad. It's not great. It's not much of anything. If you have a regular frosted mini wheat, isn't that enough just to be, frosted mini wheat flavored? But it's a great lesson on curb appeal and sometimes having to rebrand to provide your product, your service, whether it's your image, your company image, just to provide it with a little more curb appeal. Every single real estate agent in America that's watching this right now, and I'm confident they all are, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Curb appeal is hugely important. Got about 7 seconds to make a first impression with people, and it's all downhill from there. Most people know within the first 5 seconds if they're going to do business with you or not. So what's your curb appeal look like? You know, how attractive is your brand to the public in an instant? Your packaging, your image, your marketing collateral, the actual curb appeal of your product or service, your physical location, if you're an office or brick and mortar place, how attractive is it? I think the most important person in many organizations is the people who I like to call them the directors of first impressions. And here's what I mean by that. Camera person. Do you recall the name of the groundskeeper? This is my daughter filming. Do you know the name of the groundskeeper at your school who mows the lawn?
No, I don't.
Yeah, you don't. What about the name of the landscaper we used to use for many years?
Nope.
Yeah, his name's Ben. Anyway, I don't know the name of the groundskeeper at your school, but I often ask companies when I come in and I speak to different organizations, do you know the name of the groundskeeper? Do you know the name of the custodian? Do you know the name of the custodians at your school?
No.
Any of them? There's a bunch.
No.
Yeah, so those are a couple of the most important people in every organization because they're the directors of first impressions. They create the curb appeal that provides that first 7 seconds. You drive past an office, you drive past an institution of any kind, and if the groundskeepers and the groundskeeper aren't doing a good job, that reflects poorly on the whole organization, top to bottom. It also can make or break sales. It's really quite that simple. I don't mean to oversimplify it, but I'll give you another example, and then we'll cut this one short. There are 2 landscaping businesses in a neighboring town, and it's like a garden center / landscaping company, and they're on opposite sides of the road from one another. And one of them decorates the exterior of their building and their grounds immaculately. It looks like someone trimmed the grass with nail clippers by hand. It's just perfectly green, nicely manicured. And the other place just has like potted plants sitting on tables, and it's very unremarkable. So which place do you think is doing a better business? Which place do you think is really killing it? Yeah, I think we know the answer. And I think that if you made a more positive first impression, you could at least be in the ball game if you're that other, garden center across the street. But it's like they're not even trying. And so often you see companies who just really, quote, aren't even trying. They're just there. And the lesson of that is you won't be just there for very long. 200 businesses go out of business every single day in this country. And I think first impressions will help you make sure you're not one of them. This was like maybe a 4.5. And if you want more business lessons like the one you just got about the power of first impressions in business and marketing and branding, go to coachbrew.com, coachbru.com. Sign up for my newsletter, The Daily Brew. When you do that, you will receive a complimentary download of my premium newsletter, my Yesterday's Underdog membership community newsletter, which is a monthly newsletter. It's about 18 to 24 pages in any given month with a deep dive into a lot of this strategy and how you can execute these things in your business. All you have to do is go to coachbrew.com, click the link below. There's it over here. I don't know. Click the link, you'll find it. You're intelligent. If you're watching this, you're intelligent enough to find it, or just type in coachbrew.com. See you tomorrow.